Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Last Friday we got our newest addition to the Star Wars game family with LEGO Star Wars Battles. I've been playing it a fair bit over the weekend and over the last couple of days, so I wanted to give you guys my honest review of the game. Before diving into the good and the not so good though, I wanted to give you guys an overview of the game, as many of you may be a little unsure about what it actually is and how it all works. In short, the game plays very much like the mobile games Star Wars Force Arena, which of course was taken down back in 2018, and the very popular game Clash Royale. The goal of LEGO Star Wars Battles is to destroy the enemy's base. Depending on which side you're on, that will either be a TIE fighter or an X-Wing. To attack and defend your base, you can place down a variety of different troops, but that will cost you energy, of which you can have a maximum of 10, and it recharges as time goes on. Most units tend to cost either 3 or 4 energy, with champion units like Luke and Darth Vader costing 5. Champion units are super strong and have a lot of health, and they can also deal a lot of damage, and they have their own special ability that charges up over time, which I think is really cool. For defending your base from incoming forces, you can also build turrets, both laser and flame, and they cost 3 energy each. It's also worth adding that your turrets can be placed up by the enemy's base, as long as only your characters are in that area. Unlike most games like this, if your turrets are destroyed you can just build more, as long as the timer still permits it. So that's the overall basis of a game in LEGO Star Wars Battles, but outside of it you have leaderboards, a store to buy cards in, your collection so that you can change your deck around and level up, and events as well. On the main homepage you can open crates that you have earned for winning, and they'll give you more cards and coins which allow you to upgrade your troops. So far the game has 8 planets to play on, with another one coming soon, but you have to earn more trophies to progress to each one, and you earn trophies by winning games, and you also lose them by losing games. Each new planet you unlock grants you the opportunity to unlock and upgrade even more units. To upgrade your units you must earn or buy more cards for them, and once you reach the threshold you can upgrade them with coins. Once leveled up, the threshold will increase. You can buy cards in the store with crystals, however you don't get a choice of which card appears in which slot, and it will only be a certain amount of cards and not an unlimited amount. It's also worth adding that because this game is exclusive to the Apple Arcade, there are no microtransactions whatsoever. To earn crystals you need to destroy the enemy's base or complete challenges, and to earn coins you must complete matches and earn them from chests. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about the game, so now I'll start going into my review. In short, I'm really enjoying the game and I find myself happily playing throughout the day and wanting to play more. Even if I go on a little bit of a losing streak, it's still enjoyable to play. Sometimes you have matches that don't require you to think too much and you can absolutely annihilate your opponent with ease. However, you can also have really challenging matches where you do need to think about the timing and placement of your troops, and more often than not you'll find yourself winning or losing by only one turret placement. Both types of matches are a lot of fun to me, as it's a blast to beat someone so easily, but it's also really rewarding to beat someone by outplaying them with skill and tactical thinking. A big part of the tactics comes from the wide variety of units and the fact that you can rebuild your turrets, which are the two biggest things that I really like about the gameplay. Whilst you don't get to control your units, it's fun to watch so many different types of characters from all 3 eras fight it out. For the light side you have the likes of an aerial Duros, the clone turbo tank, the Tauntaun and the Ewok glider. For the dark side you then also have the likes of a TIE bomber, a squad of battle droids, a Tusken Raider and a First Order flame trooper. It is worth adding that there are plenty more units in the game as you progress further, and despite the two sides being completely different in the early game, you will eventually have the same unit types per side. For example, the First Order Flame Trooper is one of the first units you unlock for the dark side, but the Clone Flame Trooper for the light side isn't available until the 6th planet, which is Kashyyyk. With regards to the turrets, most games like this you start off with 2 turrets, and if you lose them you cannot get them back. It can be super intense in situations like that, but being able to rebuild your turrets means that you can actually have a bit of a comeback if you play your cards right. Not only can you rebuild them, but if your units are in the enemy base and they don't have any placed, then you can build your turrets next to their base and really try to pin them in. Turret building also provides an extra level to the strategy involved with the game, and I think it takes the game a step up above the likes of Clash Royale. Another thing I really like and honestly wasn't expecting is the fact that the game has seasons. This season is the C-3PO season, which as of me uploading this video has 3 weeks and 5 days left. There are a total of 34 levels to unlock, each coming with their own rewards, of which they tend to be chests, character cards and coins. At level 28 you get the main season reward with the C-3PO emote, which is clearly inspired by his appearance in The Rise of Skywalker. To progress through the season you get 5 challenges per day, which grant you 200 oil cans each, so you can get 1000 per day. I'm not sure how many you'll need to reach level 34, but if you play a few games every day then you should be more than okay. When the new season begins I'll probably look to make a video on that, going over the rewards and all the rest of it. In terms of what I don't like about the game, I don't think there's anything that really jumps out to me beyond the fact that it's very exclusive. Not only is the game only available on Apple devices, but you have to pay for the Apple Arcade subscription to be able to play it. I personally don't mind it as there are a lot of fun games on the Apple Arcade to play, but if LEGO Star Wars Battles is the only reason you're paying for it then it may not be worth the $5 per month. The game genuinely is a lot of fun and it would benefit hugely if it was out on Android devices and also Apple devices without the paywall, but I think at that point it could probably be pay to win like it was before, as they would be allowed to have microtransactions. Before wrapping up though, I should probably touch upon the matchmaking and progression system in the game. With regards to the matchmaking, it seems to be doing a great job thus far. Everyone I come up against seems to have very similar levels with their units and bases, and the skill level is very consistent to me. Even if someone has 50 less trophies than me, they could still be very capable of winning the game. Likewise, if someone has a base or some units with one level above mine, then I still have a good chance of winning that. As mentioned earlier in the video, as you gain more trophies you unlock new planets to play on, but even with 600 plus trophies at the moment, if I want to go back and play Jakku, which is the starter planet, then I will come up against someone with a very similar amount of trophies to myself, which is really good to see. Some games can be very difficult and some I may get absolutely destroyed, but very rarely does that happen. Most of the time games go down to the point where building is no longer available, and that can be a little stressful as you want to make sure you have enough energy to build turrets but also the units in the right places to be able to do so before the timer runs out. As for the progression system, you level up your characters by getting more cards for them. These can be purchased in the store using crystals, or they can be unlocked via season rewards or from the chests you unlock for winning games. Once you level up a character you get this XP, which is only earned via leveling up characters. This XP is for the progress bar in the top left, and once you level that up your base will then be granted more health and damage in the game, as the level in this progress bar is your base level. I really like the fact that you can play as both light side and dark side as well, as it really helps to mix up the gameplay and strategies, but it also means that there's so much more to be able to progress with. Overall, I'm really enjoying LEGO Star Wars Battles and I definitely recommend it to others who are interested in mobile games especially. If you don't want to pay for the Apple Arcade and you haven't used the free trial, then I definitely recommend doing that if you want to give it a go. Just make sure you cancel the subscription if it's not something you want to do, as it will auto renew once the trial period is up. I'm not the biggest mobile gamer in the world, but I'll definitely be playing this game a fair bit, so I'm glad that it has finally released. Anyway guys, I think that's pretty much everything from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate it was pretty long, but I had plenty to talk about, so thank you for sticking around for this long if you did. Let me know in the comments if you watched the whole video, and also let me know if you're playing this game. I'm going to leave it there though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.